Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello!
Hi!
Welcome to the June 15th through 19th General Hospital recap.
It was all over the place this week.
Okay, so it was supposed to be all about Sunny and Carly, right?
Right.
Like that was the...
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch what was on their actual website? Because remember ABC.com did like a tribute to Sunny and Carly?
I didn't watch them. Sorry.
Neither did I. That's why I was
good.
asking. Like, is this what that was? Or...
I hope not, because this week was all over the place.
I was so excited about it because I thought, okay, great. We're going to go back to the 90s with Sarah Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going to have at least one, obviously there's only 5 days in the week, so at least 1 or 2 episodes with each Carly.
Yes.
And then where we are now. So I figured that it was going to be Sarah Brown, a little Sarah, a little Tamara, a little Laura, and then baby Donna, because like that's,
the happy ending.
Right.
I know it would be a lot of editing work, and they're not supposed to be doing whatever. But even if they could have just cut all that other extra crap out, because you get lost in those storylines, like we find every time we 411 something, there's just too much other stuff.
I was really hoping that this week was going to make it that we never had to do a 411. Not that we don't want to, but that we wouldn't have to do a 411 about Carly and Sunny. Because it'd be like, listen, we can just talk about it in our weekly recap and then we're good.
Now I feel like we have to even more because they were all over the place.
And it was only Laura.
Right.
So,
which doesn't make any sense because if they just did
she's
the
been
episode,
the longest.
I know it wasn't just did the episode, but just did the episode where we saw all 3 Carlys. Obviously, they still have rights to all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So there's no reason we can't go back.
So I'm a little bit... So on Thursday, we're going to be doing a 411, finally about Dante. It's something that we have been working on for over a month.
I feel like Dante could be 2 months worth of stuff because you've literally watched every minute of Dante that you can during your time.
Absolutely. Because first of all, great YouTube playlists. Like the playlists are perfect. They are in order. They will be in the show notes on Thursday's episode. But also, I didn't watch when he first came on. I wasn't watching then.
I don't think I realized that you didn't watch at all. I thought you were just kind of...
I didn't realize that I didn't watch at all. And then as I was doing the math, and I taught, like, it's in my notes for Thursday, I was getting my MBA, and that's when I met my husband.
Oh, well, yeah, you were too busy for General Hospital.
And
I understand.
We only had one TV. So it was kind of just like a,
That's when you should have made him watch it with you.
Exactly. But
there's your mistake.
I waited until I had a ring to do that. No. No. I mean, he knew. But the thing is, before we cut the cord, that was my priority. I was like, we are not getting rid of cable if I can't watch General Hospital. So I don't understand how I missed.
But you had other fun stuff to do. And your kids were younger then.
That's true.
That takes up a little more time.
Yeah, they
now
were.
You can just send them to the room while you
they don't
indulge.
Care.
Right.
Yeah.
When they're little, they're talking through it and stuff. Yeah.
But I still had a DVR. Like, why was I not?
I don't know what your excuse is. I watched it, so I can't.
And I watched it before him, so I don't know. I don't know. For whatever reason, 2009, I didn't watch. Yeah. But anyway, so Sarah Brown was back during that time, and I'm like, oh, this Claudia Zakara thing was awesome.
Wow, you are so sheltered to have not known all that.
I'm not worthy of being a podcast. Out of 58 years, taking some time off.
But now you have
including the years I wasn't born.
Right. I don't think they can yell at us for not knowing what happened before we were born, but I feel like you're caught up now because every time we talk about recording, you're like, can I have a few more days? Can I have a few more days?
You're not ready either. You're not ready either.
I will never be as ready as you're going to be. just to clarify, my side will not be as in-depth as yours is. But again, I did watch it. So as I'm watching it, I'm getting pulled into the side storyline because there's a lot of good Lulu during my story time.
Me too.
And so I'm like, no, fast forward.
We have to do one about them.
So yeah. But we're going to have to do one about Sunny and Carly anyway because this week didn't do it justice.
No.
At all.
Because they hated each other.
Right. You needed the hate to understand the love.
Right.
And they started right in the middle.
2007. See, and that's the thing. I remember when that happened. So Monday's episode was February 7th, 2007.
Okay.
I remember that happening. I mean, that was the whole Sky Alcazar thing. So, I mean,
I miss Sky.
I don't know why I stopped watching.
I don't know. I'm sorry. But I miss Sky. I liked seeing her.
Yes.
And Alexis was way more interesting then, too.
Yeah.
But again, that wasn't Carly and Sunny. I don't know why all that extra had to be in there. They should have cut, copy, paste.
Well, and the only thing that I felt that, like, it focused on was when Lulu and Sunny were in the room and Sunny saying, you know, like, no one's going to push over Carly. She's going to be able to get through this. You know, and he was saying a lot of great things about her. So is that why we watched it? Is that why it was a Sunny and Carly episode? Is because he was giving her great accolades? Like what?
Maybe, but that wasn't, at the end of that episode, my takeaway was, good job, Carly, for stitching up Robin correctly.
Right?
And I felt like they weren't following protocol as much as they should have been, because there was a couple times that after, I think it was Elizabeth, helped do whatever, she had blood on her hands and she was like touching her face. And I was like, stop doing that. You know that Robin has HIV, quit.
But they were, yeah.
Yeah. See?
I hadn't thought about the HIV thing. I'm just thinking they weren't in the hospital.
No, like, they did. They had their gloves on, you know, to like at the
but when they went to throw away all the stuff and Elizabeth didn't throw her gloves in, I'm like, seriously?
Yes, exactly.
That I picked up on. I was like, why didn't you throw your gloves in the used whatever? Yeah. What did they say? Like I
don't know. We're taking it out to the garbage. Was the point of it, to try to grab
but the gloves aren't going.
Right. And I felt like they needed to show us the next day of that episode. Because it was one and done. That should have been a whole week, in my opinion. They should have just replayed that whole week.
So I do have some strange fun facts.
All right, go ahead.
Not even strange fun facts. So my mom's birthday is February 7th, and Monday's episode was February 7th, 2007. My daughter's birthday is September 24th, 2003, and Tuesday's episode was September 24th, 2013. My birthday is September 13th, and Wednesday's episode was September 14th.
Wow. So did they consult with you?
Thank you, GH. No, they did not. They did not consult.
Shannon has a side thing going on here I don't know about.
Nope. But I did really like that Sunny made the parallel between Carly and Lulu, and it was 2 years before Dante came around.
Oh, nice.
He's like, you're a lot like Carly. You're very feisty. You're very... And that just made me miss her so much more.
Yes. She looked so young, though.
Oh, she was a baby.
Yes. That was my notes, which aren't that great.
And it was the whole Metro Court hostage situation. And it's one of the things that we talk about all the time. They show us these reruns, and you're like, but what is going on? Like, who's this guy? That's when Jerry Jacks came back, but we didn't know that it was Jerry Jacks because he had been recast.
Right.
We knew him as Mr. Craig.
Right.
Did they mention that he was Jerry Jacks in this episode? I can't remember.
I don't think they did.
Okay, so at the time it was Mr. Craig.
Was the information that Alcazar knew that he wasn't giving yet. But again, I would need all those follow-up episodes. Just like, I don't remember what his name is, but the guy that played the priest. I was like, you're not a priest, you're so-and-so.
Wasn't that Manny?
Yes, Manny, thank you.
Okay. I thought it was. Yes. That was Manny, right?
Yes. You know what you're talking about. I couldn't remember his name there. But yeah, looking at him, I was like, you're obviously not a priest. I don't know what they're trying to do here.
Priests can have tattoos.
Not like that. I mean, maybe they can, but I've never seen one that looks like that. So in my mind...
You can't judge what anyone does before they...
That's very true. But I have a hard time wrapping my head around all that. And Sam was just blah, 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 blah. I felt like that was not how Sam would be. Even if he 100%
wouldn't she be able to wield the knife?
Right.
I'm sorry, Sam. You know how to work that.
Thank you.
At that time, you knew how to work that.
She had been scamming people way before she got to Port Charles. Don't pretend like you've never held a knife before and know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that episode.
Remember her and Jax fighting on the boat in the scuba gear and everything?
Right.
Like, didn't they physically fight?
Yes.
Or am I just making stuff up?
No, they physically. No.
Okay.
In my mind, we watched the same.
We have the same minds
in our mind together. If it's not real. Yes, exactly. So I don't understand. That episode by itself was a great episode, but I would have liked a whole week of the Metro Court hostage situation.
And that's the thing. We already know that we're not going to get new episodes for how long.
Exactly.
Show us an entire storyline.
Thank you.
Like, show us the
because
the Bacchanalia, the Metro Court, the plague, the water plague,
the water thing. Is that what you're
microbiome or whatever? Yeah, the water thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I was talking about.
The water thing. Yes. Even if we're talking about Sunny and Carly, you could have done that over 2 weeks. I mean, Nurse's Ball ran for 3?
Yeah.
So why can't we do Sunny and Carly for 3? You know you're not going to be showing new episodes for a while. So give us the whole story of everyone.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday's episode was so cute, though, with Dante and Lulu and having that they didn't realize at the time was baby Georgie, but
having that baby that's not theirs. Oh, that I knew that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And in that part of the episode where it was the three of them, I knew that. But later, when Dante was talking to Sunny about pulling through for that little girl, I was like, who is he talking
I know. I was like, Christina?
And then I was like, oh, you're talking about that baby that's not yours. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we forgot that happened. What was the baby's name when they had her?
Connie.
Did they call her Connie during that?
I don't know if they
I thought they just called her little girl and everything. I forgot that. Good job. Thanks.
I don't know. Yeah, they named her Connie because that was right before, after, whatever. Connie was.
That's part of your research time, though.
Yeah.
So that's why you remembered,
Maybe?
huh? Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm just really smart. I don't know.
Yes.
No, I don't know why. I'm sure that wouldn't have stuck with me. It had to be something that just came into my mind recently.
Well, but that's what I'm having a problem with is because Dante's in so much of this week, and then I've watched so much of the Dante stuff, and I'm like, shoot, am I going to flip and say something, and you're going to be like, Shannon, that has nothing to do with it.
You are way before where we're at.
Way.
No, I liked seeing that scene because it's one less scene I need to watch before we record Thursday.
And Lulu pulled such like a real life move with the recording him.
Yes.
Talking to the baby and everything.
Cute. And the frustration between the two of them, like, we're in it together, but why is this kid still crying?
Yeah.
That was real life new baby.
Absolutely.
What do I do with her? Especially first kid. Oh my God.
I don't get it. I fed it. I changed it.
Exactly.
I sang. I rocked.
Here, take your daughter.
That's not how you rock. Yes, it is. And it's like, no. That is how you do. Like, she was doing a good job. Like, she was doing a great job.
She was.
Yeah.
It was very cute.
And I did make a little Silas and Sam.
Although,
how did she not realize that he brought food from the floating rib right around the corner? First of all, smell.
Right. Well, and you
like
know,
barbecue has a
that's what I was just going to say.
Smell.
Barbecue.
And I'm like, she didn't smell barbecue sauce and cornbread?
Barbecue, you definitely smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was so good. I know that he doesn't like who he was as Silas. He was really good as Silas, though.
And baby Danny was so cute.
Oh.
I hadn't remembered. I knew that baby Danny had been sick, but I hadn't really remembered seeing baby Danny that often.
Right, yeah.
And so whenever she was holding him, I was like, oh, baby Danny, that's so cute.
Well, that was 2013, so that was only 7 years ago. He's about the right age, though. I don't think he's been aged up that much.
I would say he's supposed to be like 10.
10-ish, 10, 11-ish, yeah.
Yeah. So not too bad.
No.
Especially now that they've aged Scout up.
And I meant to look into this. What had Sunny done to Morgan?
That was the announcement about the wedding, and that Michael had known the secret that Kiki and Michael weren't cousins.
Okay. I just wrote myself a note, research what Sunny did to Morgan. So I knew that from the episode, but like there was something, like they kept saying something during it, and I was like, what are they talking about? Like why? Because Morgan was treating his bipolar then, wasn't he? Or was he not? This is why we need the full episode.
Right. I don't think he had been diagnosed yet. I think that was when they were starting to say, you're showing some signs.
Okay.
And he wasn't acknowledging that or getting treatment for it yet. And he knew, I think when they kept saying what Sunny did to him, it was because we didn't see the episode before that was the actual wedding.
Yeah.
And that Sunny at some point said,
like he had gotten up, yeah.
Yeah, you know that the reason Michael and Kiki aren't together is because they think they're cousins, but you know that they're not cousins.
Right.
So you're a jerk for marrying her just because she can't marry your brother.
Okay.
And that's what he did. I don't think there was anything extra. I could be wrong. If I forgot something, please let me know.
I wrote this on Tuesday. It's Sunday, and I was at a car cruise earlier.
There you go. No, I took like half-hearted notes here.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and
because nothing was enough information to grab me and hold my attention. Mm-hmm. It was all, oh yeah, I remember that. That was cute. But there was no, and that's what makes me sad because when I think of Sunny and Carly, I'm in it. Like, yes, go, come on. And I did not have that feeling. The wedding made me, but besides that, I had no real feelings.
Wednesday, which was Monday, September 14th, 2015. So it would have been my birthday if my birthday had not been on a Sunday that week.
Got it?
Yeah. So they totally were lined up.
Okay.
Because that was 2 years later, and Carly was talking about supporting Sunny with his meds and everything, which I loved because like that was really talking about like that's them, you know, like she really supports him. And
yes, she said, you want me to leave you alone so you can get into your darkness and just stay there, and I'm not doing it.
Yep. I'm sorry. I took the most notes on Thursday. The only thing I took on Wednesday was Carly supporting Sunny with meds.
Well, that was how the support was, and I liked that.
I don't remember anything else that happened that day. I didn't write down anything else that happened that day.
I spaced them, but I don't know what day it was what.
I think that I feel like that entire episode was just he was like having, I don't want to say pity party, but he was in a dark place.
I wrote Spinelli with Maxie.
Yes.
Was that day or was that Thursday? That was Wednesday?
I think it would have been Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that was heartbreaking when she was trying to explain why she made the decision. I can't believe he even went
that would have been Tuesday.
For 2 minutes. Was that Tuesday?
Yeah, because that was the day that Dante had the baby. Not 2 years later. Yep.
Yeah. Wow, okay, so I took even worse notes than I thought I did.
Perfect. See, and I didn't write down anything about Maxine Spinelli because I was trying to stick with Sunny and Carly because that was supposed to be the purpose of the week. So I tried.
Right, that would have been Tuesday. Okay, so then the wedding was until what day?
Thursday.
All right, so yeah.
So you didn't take any notes on Wednesday either.
Wednesday was awful because neither one of us went there.
So on Wednesday, Carly supported Sunny with his meds.
Right.
Bam.
Right, because that's what you do remember is she refused to leave.
Right, and I actually do think that was like the most of that episode was.
But they weren't together then. She was just being a friend for him. So that is like the jump out.
They were supposed to have just gotten remarried. Because they were supposed to get remarried and then they wound up, because then on Thursday's episode was October 14th, 2015. And it was their postponement from the September wedding.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was still when they were at a break, but she was being his friend.
But they were only renewed. Did they actually get, they got remarried.
Yes.
So we'll just jump to Thursday.
There you go.
So on Thursday, October 14th, because I remember I went back and was like, okay, because they kept talking about how they were supposed to have gotten married. They were supposed to get married early in September.
Okay.
So they were back together.
Okay.
But the first thing I wrote was Valerie and donuts, ? Because she threw down Nathan's, and then the first time we saw the recast, she was getting donuts.
Oh, okay.
For Chase.
She likes donuts. Let's stick with the typical cop scenario. They all like donuts.
Yep.
Guess so. That was rude of her to throw his donut away.
Right.
That's what I'll take away from that.
So that was the wedding episode. And that was a Sunny and Carly episode.
That was.
That was also Eden McCoy's first episode.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
She was so young. I made that note. She's
such a baby.
Young.
And that was only 5 years ago.
Wow. Well, I mean, think of our own kids.
I know.
They're on that same age.
But we don't look at our kids that way. And Lexi Ainsworth had just come back as Christina after a 4-year hiatus.
Right, because they said, yes, Christina will be here. And it was like a big deal that she was coming for it.
And she had just only a month, maybe 2 or 3 before come back.
Got it.
So we aged up Jocelyn and Lexi.
But I liked they still kept the Children of the Corn reference whenever.
Oh yeah.
Sunny said that they would go to Iowa for the honeymoon.
Yep. And this was Sunny and Carly's 4th wedding to each other.
Wow.
Yep. To each other.
Right. You must really. First of all, how do you have enough time to find different people, fall in love with them, and marry them? The amount of times that they have been married collectively together. But 4 times, you must really like somebody.
Maybe love.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But even then, I don't know that
I think they're done. I think they're done getting divorced.
I hope so. For poor baby Donna's sake, I hope so.
I do. I think that they're done. And then Friday's episode, are we done with Thursday? Like, it was the wedding. It was great.
It was cute. It was very nice. And I liked that they pulled the chairs up so everyone was at eye level that was important. That was cute.
That was. I love that Dante's phone rang at the very end, like right as they're ready to say vows. And it's like, you guys can still get married. Like, you're there.
Yes. Just say it.
You know, the cop
just
had to turn his phone on silent.
Right. Oh, Carlos was found at Pier 54.
Yes, he was.
That was exciting.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Like, Paul Hornsby was all in that. Like, I did not take notes other than
Sunny and Paul Hornsby. Just seeing his face, I couldn't even tell you all of the storyline, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, I don't like you.
Well, it didn't help because you watched Desperate Housewives too, so we already did not like him as Carl.
That's true.
And he got decapitated by a plane then.
That's true. I don't think I ever made, I mean, I knew, but I don't think I ever made that connection that I already didn't like him from that. Thanks for that reminder.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to watch someone you don't like from something in something.
As we say here and remind people, they're just characters. It's not real life. And then not only are we not remembering their characters, but we're transferring the character from a whole other show over to.
But it's typecasting.
I don't like you.
Well, because Carl in Desperate Housewives was just like sleazy and slimy, and he cheated on Susan and everything. And then in General Hospital, he was a serial killer.
Right.
So you didn't have the opportunity to like him.
True. I'm gonna find a movie that he's in or show that he's in that he's good. That should be an extra special 411 these characters that were jerks, we found in a good show. Here you go.
Who do we need to find good in? Heather Weber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Helena Cassadine.
Oh, Constance Towers is just amazing, though. She's a really good dancer.
But does she play nice in anything?
I don't know.
We'll have to find that out. And,
well, Elizabeth Taylor was the original Helena Cassadine.
Right.
So she was America's darling.
That's very true. See, I know that because it was a big deal that it was Elizabeth Taylor.
But we were still pretty darn young when that happened.
So when I think that's not who I
There was another Helena, wasn't there?
I'm pretty sure there was, but I could not tell you her name.
I think there was one.
Please don't ask me.
I think there was a Helena that we knew first. Okay. Portrayed by Elizabeth Taylor, 1981, Demetria Arliss, 1996.
Oh, okay.
So we would have seen her.
Yep.
And then Constance Towers from 1997 to present.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's not dead. She's not listed as dead on Wikipedia.
She's never dead. You know that, even though you know she should be. She's never dead. They'll have frozen her somewhere and bring her back 30 years from now when she should be more
just
than
like
dead.
Stavros.
Exactly.
Oh, please don't.
Anything else? I
don't think so.
I honestly have Paul Hornsby with the pukey emoji because that's how much I didn't like him.
Well, no. And then on Friday, it was October 12th, 2016. It was the day after Morgan died. But you did not see Sonny and Carly together. It was, well, did Sonny kill Morgan? And Carly was waking up from having been sedated. So
is there supposed to be more love story next week?
I don't know.
Are we going to go further with this? Because I feel like we have to. Because right now, we're at what broke them apart.
Right.
So it has to continue on.
I don't know. They were good episodes, but the impression I was under was that they were supposed to be recapping Sonny and Carly, and that's not what happened.
Was Wednesday the day that Ava and Morgan hooked up? Because that could be why I didn't take good news, because that was gross. Do you have that note anywhere?
I don't.
We're gonna pretend like it was Wednesday, but I don't know that it was.
It totally could have been.
Yes,
and that makes sense.
That's not normal. You don't marry someone's daughter and then go hook up with them, and you don't be so mad at your daughter that you hook up with her husband. Not that they should have ever hooked up, but seriously, on his wedding night, give me a break.
Right.
Ugh.
No, I agree.
I knew that you would. Just that was in my mind. I'm trying to think of the moments that stuck out this week as I was watching. Not as concentrated on it as I normally am because it was not holding my attention. Yeah, that's all Friday really was did Sonny have Michael or have Morgan killed on accident? Blah, 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 blah. There was nothing else good.
Yeah. It's just hard to talk about because it's so choppy and without going into great detail about what was going on in each situation.
Right. Each of those deserved the whole week built around them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would be so much better.
Well, yeah, because, and especially where they are trying to make such a statement in mental health. Wednesday's episode, you should have been showing us leading up to why was Carly saying this?
Right.
What was Sonny doing that led her to
exactly
all of this, you know?
Yeah, this week was a letdown, I'm sorry. Some of the nurses' ball, you felt like you were missing stuff, but you still got the general point.
Yeah.
There was way too much extra storyline in all of these episodes. Like, why is Dante so mad that Lulu's hanging out with, oh my God, say it.
Dylan?
Thank you. And again, seeing baby Connie, you're like, whose baby is that for a minute until you put it all back together. We needed the extra episode.
Yeah.
Wasn't fair.
No.
Disappointed. I'm sorry. All good episodes if you had the other episodes that went around them.
Yeah.
That's all.
Seriously, the hostage situation at the Metro Court is a great
That's like a whole month
series.
In itself. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't really a month, but you know what I mean. Every day, I remember that happening, and every day that was on, I'm sure it wasn't as long as it feels like in my mind, but still, it was, oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And this week, they took it away from us, I felt like.
Mm-hmm.
I know they like
the only one that was a good standalone by itself episode, I feel, was Thursday, the day of the wedding.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good...
Right, because you didn't need any backstory. They didn't get married because obviously something happened to Sonny. You saw him in the wheelchair.
Right.
Boom, now they're getting married. Done.
Right.
Yeah. All the rest of it, we needed more info. So, that's our 2 cents anyway.
I hope this was still good.
I'm sure there's someone out there that agrees with us. And anyone who doesn't, like, good.
We want to know.
Tell us what we were missing because I just wasn't feeling it.
Kindly tell us your opinion.
Exactly.
Everyone's welcome to their own opinion. We don't need name calling.
Very true.
Or
I don't feel like most of our fans do, though. Anytime that anyone
there's only been a couple slightly backhanded.
Right. for the most part, I feel like we come at this pretty honest. No, we haven't seen every episode. You know why? We're not old enough, and you can't get all of that. And who has that kind of time? So,
well,
it's supposed to be
don't say who has that kind of time, because we do now.
No, we don't. It's taken us a month to do all of Dante. We don't have time to go back to the beginning of the show.
No, but I mean, there's been different seasons in our lives that, like, we couldn't have done this when you just first had Madeline. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Now she's old, so we can't.
Yep, she's over her hand old. So we do have a couple of announcements with the July book club. We are reading The Secret Life of Damien Spinelli.
Woo.
And you can go to our Facebook page and join our group from there, or you can search, I think it's just General Hospital Fan Book Club.
That was fun seeing the many faces of Spinelli this week. He was so young on Monday.
Such a baby. And on our merchandise site, a lot of stuff is out of stock right now because of COVID. So sorry, there's literally nothing that we can do about that.
We'll try to come up with some new stuff that maybe they can keep in stock.
We have a couple things that are ideas, but there's a lot of t-shirts that are out of stock. But we know that a lot of you got some, and I was able to go through and select backup for some of them, but not all of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
can't control.
It's what's going on right now with most businesses coming back up and running and everything. Right. And little shout out to Kim and Caroline. It's either Carolyn or Caroline. So I apologize. I know that there's two different ways to say that, but they wrote a nice note about our Fan of the Month interview from Thursday. So, hi.
That was so sweet. Thank you, because we appreciate any kind of feedback, but yes, that was extra special.
And last week we forgot to mention that Maurice Bernard officiated his daughter's wedding.
Cute. And I'm so glad they went through with it, because we had talked about what are they going to do. So, And that's sweet that it kind of fell along the same lines as him and his wife's first wedding.
Yep.
So sweet.
So that was really sweet. So we'll put that little note in our show notes. Yeah, because we were talking about that with last month's. Oh my gosh, that was April.
Oh my God.
Was that April or May? What's today?
June? It is
May.
June now.
So with May's book of the month, we read Maurice Bernard's Nothing General About It. And in the very back of it, it said, like, here's some stuff going on with my kids. And one of them was, Kaylee's getting married in June. And we're like, no.
Right. No one's getting married.
But they still did. And that's awesome. So congratulations. And how awesome is it
that's so cute. What a good memory. I really love the way people are improvising all of the stuff that can't go on as normal during all this COVID stuff.
Yeah.
I know it sucks to have to change your plans, but I feel like everything is more meaningful now.
Exactly.
Anything else?
No.
Reality check. Reality check. I'm giving myself a gold star this week because I was a good grown up and I had to have a stress echocardiogram done because I have a really crappy family health history. And so they wanted to do one just because I don't take care of myself the way that I'm supposed to. Living on Dr. Pepper is not recommended. But anyway, I went and I did it, and they said everything looked fine and whatever, which I kind of assumed that it would, but even if it didn't, that wasn't the point. I just kept putting it off because I just didn't want to know. So I was supposed to have it done right whenever all the COVID stuff started, and so I could easily use that as the excuse of, I'm not going to the hospital, oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And so this time I made myself go, which I don't know what they were doing when COVID first started, but this time now I had to wear my mask the entire time, so I actually kind of gypped myself by, I should have just done it when I was supposed to do it the first time. But bottom line, end of the day, I did it. So gold star for me, because I do not like doing grown-up things. And then today is my brother's birthday, and tomorrow is my mom's 81st birthday.
Happy birthday.
So we did birthday parties yesterday because we're recording on Sunday, and it's Father's Day, so my kids are going there.
I was going to say, our recording is not the whole reason that dictated your family's
No. Absolutely not. No. My kids were going with their dad. My sister has kids, and their dad was home because he lives on the other side of the state, blah, blah, blah. So we did it yesterday just because. And so it's always fun. My family is just fun. I'm very blessed to have them. They're fun. You're an honorary member.
I know. I have a good time with them.
Yes. So, and thank you because you contributed to my brother's birthday present because you take good notes even after you've had a few drinks and send me text months later. Hey, I just got this reminder you wanted to buy this for your brother. Thanks.
at a night at the races in March. No, it wasn't in March. It would have been February.
Yeah, February. See, I was not going to give out all the information because I was being nice, but go ahead.
Well, no, but my husband shared a bourbon with your brother, and so I set myself a reminder closer to his birthday, and I was feeling really good that night.
She may have partaked in a few adult beverages.
I had some.
And not that there's anything wrong with that. I just mean
I didn't drive. Normally, I wasn't the one driving.
Exactly. Normally, after I've had a few beverages, I don't do anything.
Not me. I'm still scheduling and organizing.
So, yeah, random note. Remind Amanda about alcohol for her brother. Okay.
So
thanks.
It popped up and I reminded you.
It worked so well because I got to ask you and then talk to your husband. What exactly are we talking about? I went on the website and it said it was online only order. And so then I called my brother-in-law, who's in the Army, the one that lives on the other side of the state, and I was like, hey, do you have a PX there? Do they have alcohol? Hook me up. So he brought it back.
Nice.
So when I gave my brother the bottle, I was like, it's actually a present from Shannon, JD, and George, and I just paid for it because without them, you would not have it. And he was very appreciative to all of you.
Everything I can do to help.
Exactly. And I didn't get my mom anything spectacular.
It's bullet bourbon in case anyone's curious.
Right.
But it was, no, that was the actual bullet bourbon. It wasn't the, but when I went to Nashville on our way down, we stopped by the Bullet Distillery and I bought him a special bottle.
Oh, okay.
So Bill would not have tried that.
Right.
No.
It was just the regular. He was very happy with it, and I didn't get anything special for my mom because she's hard to buy for and whatever. But Madeline made her card and decorated it and blah 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 and stuff. Aww. So it was just fun family night. And my sister has been self-quarantining at all costs. Not that she's so scared of the virus, but she's just antisocial. So this was one of the woohoo! You have to come out. You have to be here. And so we were there till 1, something like that, hanging out. So good family times. Happy birthday, Bill. Happy birthday, Mom.
Hi, happy birthday.
So what about you? Do you want a gold star? What'd you
do? My gold star for the week? I put together my husband's grill.
Oh, that is a gold star. I saw your Facebook post. This is a very nice grill. Good job.
I bought him. It's actually the third grill that I put together. So everyone's like, wow, great job. I'm like, I've always done this stuff. I like putting stuff together.
Me too, because you get all done and you're like, look, I did it. Yes. Yep. I put my grill together, but that's because I had no choice that someone else wasn't going to take over. If you want this built, you have to do it. So, but still, and yours looked a little more complicated because it had extra.
I got him a 4-in-1 Cuisinart wood pellet grill. So it's a smoker, a grill, a griddle, and it sears.
Nice. I'm coming over for dinner.
So excited to be smoking all the barbecue. Well, because last year during our annual barbecue, our grill actually died. And so we have a tiny one that was like a backup.
Yeah.
And that's the one that, and I mean, we're only a family of 4.
Right.
But we had been talking about obviously getting a new one and possibly getting a smoker.
Nice.
And so I was like, and so I've been researching them for months. And this one had been on my list. And then a friend of mine got it. And he's been posting all this stuff on Facebook. And every single day that he cooks something, I'm like, so how'd you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, you sold me, that's.
Yes.
So I got it for my husband for Father's Day. And on Wednesday, both of our offices had tailgate parties.
Fun.
For lunch. So I went to mine first. He left and there was like a half-hour gap in between when he left and I came home. So I ran to Walmart and picked it up because curbside rocks.
Yes.
They threw it in. I was like, I'm going to get this done. Well, I forgot that our dolly broke.
Oh, yikes.
And the box was over 200 pounds.
Yeah. You're strong, but I don't know about that.
No. And so I had the kids meet me in the back alley. We have an alley behind our house. And with a blanket. And so we took it out of the car. The 3 of us dragged it across.
That was genius, though.
Well, my husband's like, you could have just driven your car right up to the deck. And I'm like, no. It's like, I'm not putting my car in the... He's like, oh, I did it the other day with whatever. I was like, don't tell me these things.
Right.
But he did. But I'm like, I'm not the one doing that.
Yeah.
So that's my gold star for the week. I put together that grill and it only took a little over 2 hours.
That's not bad at all. Good job.
And I had some momming issues in between. So I was proud of myself. And we had the funeral this week we talked about last week that my husband's aunt, I mean, I guess she's my aunt too, but she had a great funeral. It was very obvious that she was very loved.
That's
and
awesome.
it was great. It was just, I hate to say it was a great time, but
But that's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Whenever I die, that's what I want. Have a party.
Right.
Enjoy talking to the people you haven't seen in a while.
Everyone's sharing their memories and stuff like that. And it was just, she had this thing and she would always sign 3. And it stood for I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even on Facebook comments, she would always at the end just put in quotes 3. And she would always just like throw up her hand with 3, not the Girl Scout 3,
right?
But the spread 3. So like when she was watching her kids or her grandkids in their sporting events, they could see her.
Aww.
So it was good. But
that makes me sad, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was a celebration, because I hate, not that anyone likes a funeral, but you know what I mean. I hate whenever you go to a funeral and it's just people crying constantly and you're like, what are you doing? Let's talk about, we did this and we did that and they were so great with this. And again, you said she had health issues.
It depends on the situation around it, right? Because like she had been sick for a very long time, multiple surgeries. She and I actually had surgery the same day. So I was getting my breast reduction. She was having another, I think that was actually her next to last surgery. But she had been through a lot. When people die suddenly and it's tragic and everything, that's horrible. But like when someone who's been sick for a long time.
Yes. Right. You have to think about that person. There's never a good time for someone you care about to pass away, because selfishly you wish they would live forever.
Always.
But it's part of life, and it's good to hear stories of people that went to a better place, and you get to still remember all of the fun times that you had with them. So good. I'm glad it was like that.
It was a good time. So.
Well, good grown-upping for you, too. Look at that.
Look at us being grown-ups. So join us on Thursday as we talk about Dante.
Finally.
Hopefully.
Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.